Welcome back to another part of Alan Wake. We're going to do episode 2 now, or part 2. Hopefully you do enjoy. If you do, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
On Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Three years earlier.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
I wonder...
This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Goodness. That is some tight butt cheeks you got there. I wonder when in life I'll be able to say that. Honey, I'm home.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Okay. You want some toast with your coffee? Go to Alice.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
I wonder why.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
She is so scared of the dark, dude.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi, okay.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Yo, check the tongue, dude. We're on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry, it's only gonna get 2 views anyway. I don't know if I'm laughing or crying. But it's true.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Don't mind me standing on your chair. Was he?
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Great to see someone in his 90s can also be passionate about something. Even if it's fishing. Something that most people don't like.
Testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine. I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need
She is here again?
change them in the dark. I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now. Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
So,
Mr. Wake,
hi.
Sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
You can just chill, okay? I'm just...
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Bro, that is so weird though. My wife has a phobia of darkness, and so does she.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Can you show me your nip?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot
Mr.
called
Wake, can I
Lover's
help
Peak.
you with anything?
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the silk corridor.
Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with
Damn it! More light! Hey! Hey, mister!
Hey,
Can you turn the light? The light's on!
is he drunk?
They don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
Does the whole town have phobia for light or something?
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
I'll do that soon.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off.
Okay, so maybe there. I don't know if my legs is too short to jump over or something. That's breaking and entering.
Driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Playing copyright music, run away from it, dude. As quickly as you can.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
It's weird that the TV is like super bright. This guy is done trying to ask for light in here. I want to see if I press F5. Does it read it?
They say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
But we have more.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
It's weird that there's two different people reading these documents. Episode 1. Whoa, dude, there's so many. I wonder if I should do them all now.
By Alan Wake.
Dude, it's gonna take a while if I do this.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake. The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
We missed the page.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
So, having the actual real name here about Alice, either the character is fictional, right? And he's imagining her. Or I don't know. I have no idea.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Talking like a mad lad.
Cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
That is true. But you can't lock up someone without evidence.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Bro, I wonder if Alan Wake is actually a book. And we are playing the book. I'll switch on the light for you, bro. I found the switch.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
This guy looks like he belongs in GTA.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
Goodness, can you breathe?
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Okay, so maybe Alice is not fictional. Because if even my best friend knows her and stuff, you know?
I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Yes. But we were having a conversation. So I turned around.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Is he breathing now? Cool. Wait, what? He said bring me the, not sign the.
I think this is the form you wanted.
The wind will blow it away.
Keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
I guess just follow the yellow marker.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Look,
Is it there?
you're
Is he still talking?
that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms.
I'm done talking to this guy.
Wearing white shirts.
He doesn't stop, dude.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
15%? Commission on my book?
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you.
No problem, dude. I got you.
Dark till you come back, or until I get eaten by a grue. I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold
Dude, he's still talking.
spirits every step of the way, Al. Lock the door now.
Oh, we missed 2 pages?
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Goodness, dude. After you read the document, you have to press escape 4 times to get back to the game.
I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
I will shoot. But I thought this is where I'm supposed to go. The yellow marker changed though.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Guess we'll just switch on the light even though we're not gonna be there. What the heck? So I wonder if the good ending or something like that will be attached to how many papers you get. Honey, I'm home.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and
Guess I can't switch that on. Looks like crows is forming. Bro, your stamina really runs out so quick. Got another paper here.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Did I hope that Alan Wake 2 they will By the way, Alan Wake 2 comes out this year. I hope that they will fix that so you don't have to escape 4 times after reading a document, dude.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Yes.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
What the heck, dude?
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
I'm coming, bro.
Help me!
Don't get electrocuted now.
Anyone? Hello? Please, help! Back here! I'm back here.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Bro, I think he just died.
This couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Didn't I feed the dog? At least. Bro.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
That won't be me someday. I'll be dying alone. What the heck? I didn't even turn the camera, dude. It just went like that.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
We get some ammo here.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
What's this door though? Front. I'm coming, bro. Just give me 5 minutes.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Here he's gone.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Where's the dog?
Don't feed the animals.
There's the dog. No.
Fishing
is only permitted
for those purchasers of park.
Fishing
License, obey.
The park ranger's instructions.
At all times. Rusty.
He's like a boss.
Never approach closer than 100 yards.
2 bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
Pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave It is
against the law
to remove any or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even
rocks.
You may.
Something just opened somewhere. More enemies. So the weird thing about this game is that the flashlight is your aim. So we heal here, but we full HP. Reach Lover's Peak.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Dude, I need to find these papers, man. I feel like they'll be hidden all over the place. There's one there.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Because he's poopy? Emergency. For your safety, stay on designated hiking trail.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
There was an arrow pointing here. It's like your stamina is way too low. Ooh, getting a shotgun. Thank you, arrows. I mean, sprinting is actually realistic, though. How long would you be able to sprint in real life? Like, let's be honest. Me, about 2 seconds. I'm not in a great shape. Whoa, someone just threw me. I'm not a big fan of the dodge and the sprint being the same key. Because the dodge takes so much stamina. And then the sprint doesn't take too much though. But because you dodge before... Shouldn't I go here for some keys? Or notes? There's one. Sounds like there's enemies close by.
Everybody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Sometimes you dodge, sometimes you don't. It's pretty weird. I think you just have to hold down W and then sprint. Bro, this place is spooky, man. This is a big enemy. Is it dodgy? You could read? I'm not gonna read that. Feel free to pause the video there if you want to read it. Are you serious, dude? There's a truckload of enemies here, dude. Now I just hold down W and he dodged. I dodged again. Yes, I don't know when the dodge happens. There's another letter here. Running pretty low on ammo, to be honest.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
More evidence. Bear alerts. Please don't tell me the next boss fight is a bear. A darkness bear. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. What the heck, dude? Goodness. These enemies is relentless, dude. The game wants us to go this direction. I guess through here. Through tree. Okay, cool. I'll go through the tree. That was one big ass tree, dude. That fell over.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Now that I look at these notes, it seems that there's gonna be like 10 episodes. I don't know if I would ever climb on this in real life. If I was in the same situation as Alan Wake. In the game, you know you have a restart button if you do die. Yep. Please help. I've been in an accident.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Dude, it's so weird. My game said I had 60 FPS.
You can see them too?
Didn't look like it.
Of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. Damn it! Oh, that's what I get for you!
Goodness, dude, am I dead? I'm dead. Whoa, the flares heal you as well, by the way.
Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Dude. The flare heals so much.
I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
What the heck? Why is it in slow motion?
That's right. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Yes.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Hear that? It's them.
Shoot him. Thank you. There's one climbing.
This is a piece of cake, Wake.
Couldn't dodge it. Oh, there's a big one.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. I guess.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
My goodness, dude.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the man.
You can talk now.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Until now, yes.
Because he thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
How could he just run away so fast, dude? I thought it's shiny, I have to like pick it up. Dude, this place is full of bear traps. I wonder if you can get enemies to walk into them. So the bear traps are shown once you have the light on it. Limit reached. So we're maxed out when it comes to pistol ammo. It's weird that they just spawn out of nowhere. I guess we gotta go up here. What the heck? Oh, big guy. Oh, come on. I'm healing with this. Okay. So if you press E again, it stops. So if I'm not mistaken, there's double secrets in this game. So it's the coffee and then the dialogue.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
No way. There's a chainsaw enemy in this game. Should I quit now or? So we got I think it's a rifle. So we have a shotgun and a rifle, dude. Previous one we had a...
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
There's an arrow. I saw an arrow pointing there. There's another arrow. Black oil is here. It shows we should go up there. There's a box. Oh, don't die now. Give us 2 flares. I came here for some scripts, dude. I guess that's the plane. Oh my. Another one bites the dust. I'm trying to stop, but I can't. I guess I just had to press E again. Guess it's not down there. Bro, it's so like motion blurry, I can't even see. Guess that's where we're going. I have 12 flares, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, hell no. I guess I'm at the right place. And up we go, baby. Guess not. Reach the top of the mill. Another note.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
I guess we're going up here. There.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
So there's birds attacking the cabin that Barry is in? Our only friend that thought we were crazy is being attacked right now. There's a ladder. Okay. The darkness wears her face. Big enemy. So they give us another hunting rifle.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
On crouch in this game, so I guess I have to go back. Same way I came in. Yeah, I guess we go here. So we're running pretty low on pistol ammo. We just got 10 bullets there. Why? Oh, it's a big eye. Another big eye. It's two of them. Okay, I'm almost there, I guess.
this occupation.
Okay, there's the chainsaw guy. Okay, so he's immune to normal flashlight. You have to boost against him or you won't do damage. So they're not that bad, but I guess I dodged all the attacks. I don't know if they're one-shot kill.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
I'm coming, Barry.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Do I need to get to this vehicle?
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
I feel like this script is a welcome bonus.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
We're gonna find the keys inside the bathroom. I guess so.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
Was that a jump scare? I guess they could have been. Hello? Oh, there. Okay. Hello, baby. Okay, so you have to right-click to put your flashlights on. Yeah, right-click to boost lights. I kind of figured that out. Wait a minute. Wow, what the heck? Coffee time, dude. There's smoke coming from the truck. I guess that's as far as we drive. Wait, we got a flare gun?
The best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
I did dodge, man. What the heck? Oh, okay.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Goodness, bro. Chill. That guy just wants my writing? What, is he gonna publish the book under his own name?
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Barry is talking again. Nothing new, I guess.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
We got arrows pointing again. I guess we could use the flare gun versus them. Oh, hi there. I can't reload anymore. I guess now we'll just use the battery light on them. It's so hard to track like where their damage point is. We're literally killing one bird at a time.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
No problem. Show me them nips then.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript, I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Why does she sound so different?
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
No, this is copyright music. Don't play this. No, I need to mute. Because this will be the ending, most probably, of this episode. She's just ba-da-ba-bo, 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 ba-da-ba-bo. Come here, let me steal your money. That is exactly how YouTube works. But guys, that's a pretty long episode, man. An hour and 17. It's not that bad. I think on average, it seems every episode is roughly about an hour long. But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day watching these videos. I appreciate the love and support. If you want to recommend or suggest your own games or a game that you love, go to the discussions page or the about page, and we'll cover the game for you on this channel. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate love and support. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.